Order of the Planets by Cassandra. There are 8 planets in our solar system. They each have unique characteristics. For example, Mercury is 20 times lighter than Earth. Venus is the hottest planet. Earth has 4 layers: the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. Mars is called the red planet. Jupiter has an ongoing storm called the red spot. Saturn is mostly hydrogen and helium. Uranus is the only planet that spins on its side. Neptune has a moon with active volcanoes. Those are some cool facts about the 8 planets.
How We Get Our Year by McKenna. Scientists used to believe that the Earth didn't move and the Sun orbited our Earth. Orbit means that one object moves around another object. But after lots of more research, they finally discovered they were mistaken. Our Earth orbits the Sun. Our Sun stays in place. It takes our Earth 365 1/4 days to orbit the Sun fully. Once the Earth has orbited the Sun fully one time, that is one Earth year. The Earth orbits the Sun. Day and night. Everyone says our day is 24 hours, but that is only an estimation. Really, our day is 23 hours and 56 minutes, but this time is split into day and night. Our day is when half of the Earth is facing the Sun. The other half of the Earth is having night at this time. The Earth rotates as it orbits the Sun and causes our day and night. Each state and place in the world has different times. This is because each place is at a different angle facing the Sun at different times.
Moon phases by Valerie. Some people thought that the moon shrunk every night, but they were wrong. The moon changes phases every night. A full moon is a moon that every part of it is seen. A new moon is a moon that you don't see at all. A half moon is a moon that half side is seen, the other side is not seen. When you look up at the night sky, you might think that the moon you see everyone can see it too. Where you live depends where you see a different part of the moon. Lots of people studying the moon. The moon is 3 days away, 2,000 from the Earth. When the phase of the moon is a thin moon, a lunar month is happening. The moon takes almost 28 days to orbit the Earth. 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 11 seconds. The moon is a great thing in the sky when you look at it.
Moon by Dean. There are moon phases. There are 8 moon phases. The first phase is a waxing crescent. The second is a first quarter moon. The next is a waxing gibbous. The next phase is the biggest phase, a full moon. The next phase, or the 5th phase, is a waning gibbous. The sixth moon phase is a second quarter moon. The next moon phase is a waning crescent, and finally a new moon. A waxing moon is a moon that's getting bigger, and waning moon is getting smaller. Those are the moon phases. Why the moon phases happen? The moon phases happen when the Earth is a certain position. The sun of the sun. If you think the moon makes light, or you're wrong, because the moon reflects light on the Earth.
Order of the Planets by Joe. Mercury has temperatures that can burn down your house. It's 900 miles in diameter. Mercury is covered with cream. Venus is surrounded by acid clouds, home to a volcano Maxwell, which is bigger than Mount Everest. Each planet has at least one moon. Our Earth is hit by 45 tons of meteorite each day. Meteorite is made of stone or iron. Mars has a sandy landscape. Rovers have discovered a trace of dried up water, gas planet. Jupiter has 63 moons. The gases on Jupiter smells very, very bad, almost like rotten eggs. Saturn is visible from Earth. Titan is Saturn's largest moon. It is clouded with a glowing haze.
The Order of the Planets by Zofia, The Rocky Planets. Have you ever looked up and wondered about what's out there? There are many things to know about the planets. The closest planet from the Sun is Mercury. Mercury is about 29 million miles away from the Sun. The cool fact about Mercury is that it gets up to 806 degrees Fahrenheit, but it gets down to 279 degrees below zero. The next planet is Venus. It is 67 million miles away from the Sun. A fact about Venus is that it's hot enough to melt lead. The next planet is Earth. It is 93 million miles away from the Sun. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Then it's Mars. Mars is about 142 million miles away from the Sun. A fact is that Mars is half the size of Earth, the gas giants. The first gas giant is Jupiter. This planet is 484 million miles away from the Sun. A fact about Jupiter is that it has 67 moons. Next is Saturn. Saturn is 886 million miles away from the Sun. Saturn is made of hydrogen and helium. Then it is Uranus. Uranus is 1.8 billion miles away from the Sun. A fact about Uranus is that it was discovered in 1781 with a telescope. Last is Neptune. Neptune is 2 billion miles away from the Sun. A fact about Neptune is that it's blue because of methane in the atmosphere. Planets are actually extremely interesting.
Days, Nights, Seasons, and Years by Tucker. Did you know that the tilt of the Earth's axis is the cause of the seasons? The Sun is also the cause of the seasons. The Earth is tilted at a 23.5 degree angle. The Earth spins on an imaginary line going through the Earth. That line is called the axis. Also, the Earth revolves around the Sun. In spring, the days rapidly expand. The axis is the thing that the Earth spins on and is tilted on. The length of the days on Earth are different depending on the seasons. In the summer, day lengths are longer than in the winter day lengths. And that's how we get our seasons.
Seasons by Jules. Each season has its own weather. Spring, warm and flowers bloom. Summer, hot weather, green. Fall, leaves turn gold. Winter, snow starts falling, trees are bare. How we get seasons. Earth is tilted on its axis at 23.5 degrees. This is how we get seasons. And when one side of the Earth is pointing towards the Sun, that side is summer. When the other side is pointing opposite of the Sun, it is winter time.
The Moon Phases by Samuel. Hello, so I've heard you wanted to learn about the phases of the moon. So here are some quick facts about the moon. First fact, the moon doesn't produce its own light. It's actually the light of the sun reflecting onto the moon. Second fact, the moon has 7 phases: new moon, crescent moon, first quarter moon, gibbous moon, full moon, last quarter moon, and thin crescent. Third fact, when the moon looks like it's not there, it actually is, but there's no light reflected from the sun. Fourth fact, its orbit takes almost 28 days to orbit. It takes exactly 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 11.6 seconds. Fifth fact, the phases of the moon do not change. It stays like that forever. Those are all the basic facts about the moon.
Days, Nights, Seasons, Years by Lillian. Days and nights. The Earth makes one full spin every 24 hours, 23 hours 56 minutes, equaling 1 day. If it is night on one side of the Earth, it is day on the other side of the Earth. There's a repeating pattern. It goes sunrise, day, sunset, and then night. It repeats this pattern every day. The sun is at its highest at noon. In the summer, days are longest, and in the winter, days are shortest. Years. Leap year is when you add a day to February. Leap year happens every 4 years. A year is the time it takes the Earth to orbit the sun. A full year is 365 days. Seasons. and winter night is the longest, and then summer night is the shortest. The seasons are winter, spring, fall, and summer. The winter months are December, January, and February. The spring months are March, April, and May. The summer months are June, July, and August, and the fall months are September, October, and November. We have seasons because the Earth is tilted as it makes its yearly journey around the sun.
Moon phases by Katie Propp. New moon. During a new moon, the new moon is dark, and so we can't see the reflected light. Waning crescent. You can just see less than half of the portion of the moon. First quarter. You can see the right side of the moon. Waxing gibbous. You can see more than 2/3 of the lit half of the moon. Full moon. The moon's fully lit side is facing Earth. Waning gibbous. You can see less of the lit side of the moon. Last quarter. You can see only half of the lit portion of the moon. Waning crescent. The moon looks like the letter C. Soon it will be a new moon phase again.
Seasons by Kian. The sun gives us seasons. The earth revolves around the sun, which gives us seasons. An example is in September 22nd is autumn, and March 21st is spring. The sun hits a certain part of Earth which can make it summer or winter. The Earth has an axis. It spins on it, and that makes the sun shine on it, so that causes seasons. Because of seasons, times are different in different places, like in Colorado versus Indiana. The sun is the main reason that we have seasons. The Earth takes 365.5 days in 1 year. During that time, the seasons pass by. So that is how we get our seasons.
Moon phases. Phases of the Moon by Jocelyn McGraw. The moon is illuminated because it reflects the light from the sun. The part of the moon facing the sun is lit up. The part facing away from the sun is dark. The phases of the moon depend on its position in relation to the sun and Earth. We see the bright parts of the moon at different angles. The revolution of the moon around the Earth makes the moon look as if it is changing shape in the sky. From Earth, we see it grow from a small crescent to a full disk, a full moon, and shrink back into a crescent before vanishing for a few days. The phases work in a cycle, starting with the new moon. A complete cycle of the moon starts with the new moon and ends up as a full moon. This cycle takes 29.5 days. Moon phase facts. The moon phases are produced by the alignment of the moon and the sun in the sky.
The moon phase by Alana. Hello. I've heard you want to know about the moon. So here is some facts about fact 1. The moon has 7 phases. New moon, crescent moon, quarter moon, gibbous moon, full moon, last quarter moon, and thin crescent. Second, the moon does not produce its own light. It actually reflects light from the sun. Third fact, when the moon looks like it's not there, it actually is there, but it has no light on that side of the moon. Fourth fact, the moon always has the same phase. When the moon is completely back, that means that it has done a full orbit. Last fact, the moon's orbit takes exactly 27 days, 7 hours, 43 seconds, and 11:26. That is probably all the information about the moon.
Order of the Planets by Reed. Mercury is 26 million miles away from the Sun. Venus is the same size as Earth. Earth is not round because it bulges in the middle. Mars is the only planet with an atmosphere. Jupiter weighs 318 times as much as Earth. Saturn's core is hotter than its surface. Uranus drops to negative 346 degrees Fahrenheit. Neptune's moon, Triton, has volcanoes that erupts ice.
Moon phases by Ramneek. Have you ever wondered about the phases of the moon? Well, these are the phases of the moon. The moon reflects the light. The part facing away from the sun is in darkness. Countries near the equator see the crescent moon. Amount changes each day. From a new moon to a full moon takes 29 and a half days. The lit part of the moon always points the way to the sun. The moon travels around the Earth. The moon orbits near the equator of the Earth. From launching Earth to the moon takes 130 days. The moon is 90 degrees east of the sun. When the bright part is getting bigger, the moon is waxing. When it is getting smaller, the moon is waning. The moon is the second brightest in the sky. When the dark side of the moon faces, it's a new moon.
Planets by Ryder. Mercury has craters like the moon because its atmosphere is very thin, and it is so close to the sun that it only takes 88 Earth days to travel around the sun once. Venus is similar to Earth in many ways, and it is even hotter than Mercury. Earth is the only planet that supports life. Mars is red because of its red soil on the surface. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and its great red spot has been going on for hundreds of years. Saturn has great rings. Scientists believe that an asteroid knocked Uranus on its side. Neptune is the windiest and coldest planet in our solar system.
Moon phases by Lillian. There are 8 main phases of the moon. The first one is a new moon. The new moon is always dark. Next comes the waxing crescent. The waxing crescent is exactly like this. The first quarter is the next phase. When the first quarter is out, you can only see half of the moon. Next is the waxing gibbous. The waxing gibbous is like a waxing crescent just on the opposite side. The full moon is next. When the full moon is out, it is completely white and full. Now you are halfway through the moon phases. The rest is exactly the same as the ones we have already done, but there are opposite changes. For example, the first quarter changes to the last quarter, and the dark side is the right side. These are the phases of the moon.
The 8 planets by Maggie. Here is how I remember them all. Smoke just the sun. SMBEMJSUN. Here are some facts about them all. Mercury is a dead planet. Venus can cast shadows on Earth. Earth is the only planet with life. Mars is the red planet. Jupiter is the one with a non-stop storm. Saturn has rings. Uranus is the only planet that is sideways. Neptune has a cloud that's called Scudo. The Sun is the only star in the solar system. And Pluto, well, let's say he's not a planet anymore, but he has a buddy named Chiron.
Moon phases by Shanti. The moon can do many things, like making a waning gibbous or last quarter. It can also make eclipses called lunar and solar. A lunar moon is called blood moon because the moon is red. A solar moon is when the moon blocks the sun. Warning! Don't look completely at the sun. It can hurt your eyes. On a full moon, the moon can make a face and you can discover the phases. Have fun!
Days, nights, seasons, years by Hayden. Why do we have day and night? It takes 23.6 hours for the Earth to make a full rotation. The Earth has an axis that it spins at 23.5 degrees. Some people thought the sun moves across the sky, but it stays in the same place. The Earth moves around it in the morning. The sun starts in the east and sets in the west. By the end of the day, at any time, half of the Earth is day and the other half is night. This changes as the Earth's rotation. Why do we have seasons? The reasons why we have seasons come because the Earth is tilted wonky as it makes its yearly journey. We have hot summers and cold winters because of the Earth's axis. Autumn, the North Pole moves away from the sun. The sun rises in the autumn sky and the days get shorter. Around September 22nd, we have autumn equinox. The opposite happens in spring years. It takes about 365 and a half days to make a full rotation. The extra 6 days add up every year adds up. Also, every 4 years we have leap year. This is when the end of February. Each planet has different lengths of years.
The Order of Planets by Kelsey. There are 8 great planets next to the Sun. The first one closest to the Sun is called Mercury. Mercury has no moon. Mercury also has no atmosphere. The last thing that it is not allowed inside of the planet, so it does not rain or anything like it does in our planet. So people call Mercury a dead planet. The second closest planet to the Sun is called Venus. Venus is very hot. On the inside of Venus there is a thick layer of clouds surrounding around the inside of the planet. The rest of the planet is filled with lava and volcanoes. It is approximately 900 degrees Fahrenheit. That can burn anything. The third planet is Earth. Earth is between Venus and Mars. Also, Earth has an atmosphere. Next is Mars. Mars has poisonous air. Mars also has a pink sky. Now we are on to Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet, and Jupiter is full of helium on the inside of the planet. The next planet is Saturn. Some people think Saturn has a lot of rings, but Saturn really only has 9 rings. The next planet is Uranus. Uranus is a very cool planet. Scientists believe that Uranus is an upside down planet because something hit Uranus, then it turned upside down and now spins the opposite way. Uranus has 13 rings. The last planet is Neptune. Neptune is the farthest planet from the Sun. Neptune is the 4th largest planet. Neptune is the most dense planet. That is all about the 8 planets. Have a great day.